Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kaz Has. My name is Kazvon, and today we're checking out a game called Diesel Stormers. It is currently on early access on Steam. It is a game that it had a successful Kickstarter, and basically what it is, they describe it as like a Diablo. Oh, I don't even remember. It's like Mega Man plus Diablo or something. It was a really weird description that didn't really ring with me. I didn't really get it. But hopefully I'll be able to show off the game and show you what the game pretty much is. This is early access, so anything you see is not necessarily representative of the final product, which you should know already. Let's go to the options. I want to just point this out. Construction site mode. See work, it's ORK is capitalized because orcs are a main enemy in the game, and that's kind of cute. See work in progress level shuffled in the missions right now. How this game works is that whenever you start a mission, it is randomly generated, and everything in it is randomly generated. The goal of the mission is dictated by what kind of mission you take. So it's really cool that in an early access game, you can get access to bits of the game that aren't quite done yet, which is usually the whole game, but in this it's actually pretty polished, and they're very careful about what is just like out there, and they let you have the option of taking anything into your game that may not be so great, and I appreciate that. That's pretty rad. Controls, I'm using controller right now, but it also works pretty darn well with a mouse and keyboard, and you can rebind everything on the keyboard. There's I don't know, some games allow you to rebind a controller, like your controller buttons. This game does not, which is kind of, I don't know. It's not really necessary, but it's nice when it happens, I guess. And you can set everything back to default. Nothing really too crazy in there. There's multiplayer mode, up to 4 players can play together. Now, I don't think there's anything here right now. We're not going to get into this. I don't know if it works or not. We'll try and get into one of these at the end of the video, just to see if it works. But let's just get in. We'll go into single player. I've already done the tutorial. It's been a few days though, so I may not remember everything. So let's so all the button prompts are mouse and keyboard, I think, until I start actually hitting buttons. Maybe. No, maybe not. Okay, well, here's the assemble looted weapons parts thing. This allows you to take your weapons and kind of customize them. So this allows me to change the frame of the gun. And it gives you all these stats in the lower right-hand corner. It'll tell you if it's better or worse. I believe what you have highlighted, like what is here highlighted, if I had more items it would change, but it doesn't because there's not. You also get like if you look at it, it says 0 weapon frame strength _. Yeah, that's kind of not a bug, but just like in progress thing. That's kind of weird. But it's okay, it works pretty well. I want to get, I guess, this one's better. Then we can go to engines. I don't have any engines. Barrels, we can switch barrels out. It changes the look of your gun and also how it functions. So I believe this one is better. Yeah, that one's gotta be better, right? You can scrap items for components, and when you get components, if you look on the left, whenever you want to actually get a new piece of kit assembled, you need to spend points. So there's scrap, there's, I don't even know the names of everything there. They didn't really like do that. I think it helped, but I'll actually tell you, maybe not. Common weapon parts, alchemical weapon parts, arcane weapon parts, legendary weapon parts, and divine weapon parts. Those allow you to build different things, and yeah, those are all the attributes: DPS, force, recoil, rate of fire, all that stuff. And yeah, there's a bunch of different weapon types, blunderbusses, and you know, machine guns, shotguns, all that. It's actually pretty diverse. It's pretty cool. I discarded my changes. I don't really need to change anything, I don't think. Let me just hop up here. And here's where we select our mission. I'll go over the actual controls when we get into the game, but these are all the different types of missions that we can get to. This one, the difference between these two is they have different rewards. So here, it's just kill all the orcs and goblins. There's no secondary objectives, and our reward is a new engine, and we have no engines, so we might do that. And this one is tear down the orc banners. You get a frame plus bonuses for secondary objectives. Well, the orc banners is the secondary objective, I should say. And basically, there's different things you gotta do in all of these, mostly. The rewards are different for each of them, mostly. And once you load into one of these, I'm gonna actually just do, I think... Do I want a new frame or do I want a new engine? I want a new engine. So we'll do that. And now this will allow us to go right into our mission. And what it's doing now, it's randomly generating the mission for us. It'll give us different set pieces. Not every single thing is randomly generated. There are just sections that are kind of put together. And then the enemies are populated in kind of a randomized way. Alright, so our objective is to take out the red orcs and goblins. There will be more than just red orcs and goblins, but our main mission is to kill those guys. So how do we move? A lets you jump. If you hold down A and let go, like I think if you let go and hold it, you have a limited amount of time where you can just kind of hover, which is kind of neat. Right bumper, left bumper lets you dash, but it's kind of strange how it works. So if I'm facing this way and I hit right bumper, I go forward. If I'm facing this way and I hit right bumper, I go forward but to the left. If I hit left bumper, I go backwards. No, but it's dependent on which way you're facing, which is really freaking confusing in the middle of battle. I don't like that. That's really bad. So if I want to go, I don't know. If I want to go, hold on. Let me see if I can get this to work. Yeah. So if I'm pushing, go left, and I hit left bumper, I go backwards. If I'm pushing right, hit right bumper, I go forwards. But if I'm hitting left and right bumper, it's weird. So right bumper's always dash forward, but it depends on where you're facing. It's strange. That's really weird. But you can go through platforms. These blackened platforms, like beneath me, I can't go through. But this lighter one, I can go up, down, right, straight through it. So that kind of limits your movement. You can also kind of, you know, hop around. You don't have to go straight forward. I really love all the billboards that they have here. I think the story is that the orcs have taken over the city, and there's some dooders up there. So shoot the dooders. It's kind of a twin stick setup as well, which is kind of weird. So you can shoot with the X button, but then you can't use the right stick to aim unless you use your left thumb. So you can shoot with the right trigger and aim with the right stick, but then it's really awkward to dash with the right bumper, because you're holding down the trigger and then you have to hit dash, usually with the same finger. So the control scheme on the controller is kind of a mess, which is why I kind of brought up having to, like, being able to rebind things, but that's kind of weird. This little, like, electrical thing, if you're playing with multiple players, it is a link between all the players, and you have this ball of light that follows you around, and that lets you use your superpower, which is basically a giant beam of light. That's going to be customizable in the full game, but right now it's not. So here's an orc. Let's just shoot him a bit. They're shooting flaming goo. That's basically one of the main story things in the game, is that this trans goop, this goo stuff, is something that we got greedy. Mankind got greedy with, and then it kind of, it's like, it tastes good, it's good for you, it's good for food, and good for, like, everything, and, we were going to war over it. And that's what, Diesel Stormers, the name comes from. It's, you have diesel-powered robot armor suits, which is what I'm flying around in right now. Here's all these little goblins, let's just kill these. And I think they're gonna respawn out of this. Sometimes, new guys respawn out of these portals, not this time, though, apparently. And we'll kill that guy. This is also a really easy level. Your guy does level up, so he gets more powerful. You get more powerful weapons and junk. So going back to weaker levels is a great way to kind of grind out items, which I think is where they get the Diablo comparison from, but not really. And I got hit there, so a piece of my armor actually fell off of my body, which is kind of neat. In the upper left-hand corner is my health. When that bar goes to 0, I die. And the upper right is my superpower move, which is done with the B button. And hopefully I'll be able to show that off. I'll probably be able to. That guy's on fire. That guy's on fire. Alright. And these are health pickups to actually throw more armor onto my body. And there's fire there. I don't think walking in fire actually hurts you too much. Man, these guys. That was more of a shotgun he had there. So let's dash over here and pop through this hole. But yeah, normally this link is connected between all the players. I don't know if these little, like, things are there in multiplayer. I haven't gotten to play multiplayer yet. Because right as it stands now, if you want to use your super shot, like, power, what it is a huge beam of light that shoots from, like, that node. But if you're by yourself, that node's not always there. Well, let's shoot these explosives. Oh. Alright, there's no sound for that explosion. That's kind of weird. Early access. Early access. We can shoot through this and kill this man. But it looks pretty darn good. Graphically, it's really nice. It's not like the most amazingly, like, it's not the most high fidelity game in the world, but also doesn't look bad at all. It actually looks pretty darn good. I believe these heal you, and they give you a shield from projectiles. Let's see here. Oop. Shoot these explosives so they don't kill us. That might light, it didn't light on fire. This goo can be lit on fire. Let's go here. Yep, dashed the wrong way because the controls are weird. Let's get down here. I think I lose speed when I walk in that goo as well. Let's see, our mission is to kill the red orcs, which are usually at the end of the level. Man, that goblin disappeared. So, yeah, it's a little buggy. Nothing too egregious. The worst thing I've seen happen is I was on one of these missions where I had to kill all the red orcs, and I killed all the red orcs, and the mission didn't end. So I went back and sniped every single green orc that I missed, which you normally don't have to kill all of them. But I did. Mission still didn't end. So then I wandered around the level for about another 20 minutes, trying to figure out why the heck it wouldn't work. And yeah, I just had to quit out the game. So that can happen. Once again, early access. Let's see how the heck we get through this. Can we dash? We can dash through those. That's good. That's new to me. One of the great things about the developers of this game, though, is that they released a patch that screwed some stuff up, right? And like, ooh, there's the roads. And pretty much immediately, like, I think it was even less than 24 hours later, they released a hotfix for it, which got rid of a whole lot of the issues that people were having. So they're very, very actively developing this game. It's not one of those games where it's like, we're on early access and we need more and more money, so we're gonna take our time. They're not taking their time. They're trying to get this thing done, which is, I appreciate very much. Ooh, I have never seen this guy before. That is a big old mech man. And I'm getting rocked here. So let's try and use our super weapon. We'll get up here. And see how the beam kind of radiates from that point. I have to get behind. Oh, there we go. Can you just shoot this man? See, I can't actually aim it very well because it keeps getting caught on these things. Alright. Well, that's just chaotic. I can't aim the super weapon. And there's gonna be... I'm dead. There's gonna be more super weapons and like different varieties of the weapons, but that one sucks and I hate it a lot. But yeah, you've pretty much seen the game. All we had to do is go in there and kill all those red goblins when you complete the mission to get more parts for your guns and stuff. I am curious if we can get into multiplayer, because I've not tried it yet. So let's go quick join. I don't think there's any. We can start a new public. Maybe it's because I'm offline in Steam. I will be right back. Alright, I went online in Steam. Let's see if this works now. No, there's no matches going on. We can start a new public match. Maybe that'll work. If I can't get into multiplayer, I think that's what we're gonna call it. The game's pretty good. I mean, I like where it's headed. It's clearly nowhere near done. But randomly generated levels make things highly replayable, which is kind of why it's the new thing and why people really dig it. Being able to fully customize all your weapons is really cool. I like that idea. In the early access version right now, even on the loading screen, they like to make a point of it being like, hey, guess what? This is nowhere near done and there's a lot more coming. So please do not judge the game based just on this. And I'm not. I'm gonna base it on what this. I'm gonna base this demo on what this demo is, which is what they're charging for right now, and it's okay. It's 18. I think it's $18.99. They didn't really give an indication. What I really don't like is when people don't give an indication of what the final price of an early access game will be when it's out. That's something that more developers really need to do, because I don't know. Maybe people will be more likely to dive into early access if they know straight ahead, like, oh, this is going to be a $60 game when it comes out. So if I pay 20 bucks now, I can help the development and get a huge discount. It's kind of implied you're getting a discount when you get early access, but not always. Like, do you think standalone DayZ is going to be more than $30 when it's done? I don't know. Same thing with Road Redemption. Is that going to be more than $35 when it comes out? I don't know. That's always something to think about. But yeah, the game's pretty fun. I am excited to see when they do add more weapon variety. So that's something you might want to wait on if you're like looking to get into this and it's something that interests you. Right now there's not a whole lot of variety going on, but they promised it. So it's going to be coming later. So maybe you should just wait till later. Maybe. But what they have to do, first and foremost, is either allow rebinding of controls or unscrew the dash controls, because that is... I cannot tell you how many times I've died just because I dashed the wrong way, and it's really really aggravating. Otherwise, it's pretty fun. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I want to thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to check out this game, there'll be a link in the description below for the Steam page, and I'll probably give a link to the Kickstarter just so you can see what they intend the game to be when it's finished. That's always a better measure, because you can see their pitch video and stuff. Whoa. Oh, geez. But yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.